Good afternoon. Today is Friday and January the 19th. The time right now is 2 minutes past noon in the afternoon. And tonight we're going to be hearing from the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index. And before that, in the afternoon, we have UK retail sales. So the market is probably going to move probably more in the UK sector rather than US sector. And overnight, we can see equity markets has actually rallied on the back of strong performance by tech stocks led by NVIDIA and TSMC, which is also listed in the New York Stock Exchange. We can see that the Dow Jones all-time high is at 37,825.27, and last night's rally looks like it is preparing to take out this high in the very near future. So I think that is the path of least resistance going forward. And in the S&P 500, we do not have a new high just yet. The high is still at 4,802.4 last year, and the all-time high is at 4,818.62. But I think the pattern does suggest that we probably will see the 4,818.62 being taken out very, very shortly, possibly as early as tonight. And in the tech stock, which has the Nasdaq 100 already registering new high for the year at 16,996.98, which is marginally higher than the previous high traded at the beginning of the at the end of last year at 16,969.17. So with Nasdaq 100 taking the lead, I think the rest of the market may actually follow suit. And this is actually good news for Asia. We can see equity prices in Asia led by the Nikkei 225 appears to be holding its own very well, although we have no new high just yet. The new high was traded on Wednesday at 36,240 in the futures contract in Osaka. So we can see that prices are generally very buoyant going into tonight's session. The only underperformance is the Hong Kong, the Hang Seng Index, which is still languishing near the lower end of the market, near the 15,000 levels. And it does look a little bit weak right now, although there is possibly some kind of demand emerging from the current level. This week, 15,172 in the futures contract. So hopefully there's going to be some kind of a bounce. But so far, the bounce has been very, very shallow. The last one we had was a three-wave rally to 17,255, and this remains a level to beat going forward. And over in currencies, we can see that the dollar remains very well beat, although it did not quite take out the most recent high, the 103.45 in the dollar index traded at midweek. So based on what we can see so far, I think there's cautiousness as the market goes into the November close. Now 103.46 is actually a November close. So the market is respecting this level. And that means near term, we probably will see further pullback in the dollar and possibly by tonight. And in the euro dollars, this is setting the stage for higher prices. I do expect the 108.44 to hold, and the market may actually take out the midweek or rather yesterday's high at 109.07. So going forward, I think prices in euro dollars should favor the upside rather than downside. And similarly in the sterling, I have been very bullish on sterling since the market do a fake move to take out 126.10 with a low at 125.96 on Wednesday, and promptly reverse direction. So we can see that the market has already moved more than 120 pips so far from the low, and this is setting the stage for higher prices. The first test will be at 127.85, followed by 128.27. Both levels are expected to be taken up over time, and tonight could be one of those days. In the Aussie dollars, we can see the dollar, the Aussie has bounced off the low at 0.6525, and it does look like it probably will go and challenge to see if it can close above 0.6605 level, which is the November close. So if the market can go beyond that, I think there's a good chance market may test anywhere between 0.67 to 0.6740. Okay, and in the dollar Canadian, very much like the dollar index, I do expect the market to pull back a little bit, and the target is at 1.3343. If the market do pull back, this will be a 50% pullback of the entire rise from 131.77 to 135.42. So this will be a good level to actually anchor long position if you intend to go buy to go long. In the dollar yen remains very stable, although the pullback in the dollar may also eventually saw dollar yen pullback. And if it should develop within the 149.05 to 149.45 levels, which is where the market actually peaks out at 148.53. I think the objective is for a market eventually to move in a three-wave pullback to 144.35. Okay, and over in precious metals, we can see precious metal is also getting ready to inch higher. I think the immediate focus will be this swing higher, very, very minor swing high at $2,033. So let's see if the market get a reaction here, because by and large, I think the entire pullback from the all-time high at 2,149 is not over. It's probably going to unfold in a larger degree, three wave targeting the lower end of 1900. And in the silver market, silver seems to be supported, although we see marginal lows yesterday at $22.37. And this could actually provide a good base for the market to propel higher, first to challenge the $23.53. And over in oil seems to be supported. The low so far is $70.59. That was traded on midweek at Wednesday. We can see the prices has been generally trading higher. First layer to overcome will be this breakout of prices above $76.72. The market can clear and close above this level. It will open up the prospects for the move to $77.70 to $77 and maybe $78. So between these two areas, I think this will be the first key level to watch. I am prepared to exit part of my position at $77 and above. Okay, let's see if this is going to be something that will pan out over time. And over in Bitcoin, we can see Bitcoin continue to edge lower. Yesterday, we have a big move down below 41,000, and it broke this very nearby support line that I have mentioned previously. So maybe I will bolden this line to make sure that you can see better. Maybe I'll bold it a little bit. You can see this very solid black color line here that I've actually put up. Market traded to a low of 40,648, and there was an attempt to rally on a 4 hours time frame. Did not quite manage to get back into above the now the support and resistance line, and this could actually create the condition for lower prices, perhaps to test the 38,000. So immediately, I think there's a risk to the downside for Bitcoins across all asset class. Now, this is all I have for you tonight. Remember, we have the Michigan Sentiment Index, so that will be at 11 p.m. So other than that, I would like to wish you guys a great weekend ahead. And don't forget, tomorrow, I'm having a free to attend webinar at 3 p.m. whereby I'm going to talk about the prospect for Q1 2024. So if you are keen, do register your interest at www.everythingtrading.com, and you will be able to get the link for the webinar, which is at, again, 3 p.m. tomorrow, and this will be in English. Okay, and of course on Sunday I will have my regular weekly market wrap at 8 p.m. Singapore time. That will be on Sunday. Okay, that's all I have for you. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.